everyone, my name is Draconicrose and welcome to a brand new series on Islanders. If you are new here, please click that subscribe button so that you don't miss any future videos. Now, what is Islanders? Islanders is a indie game which has come out recently for Linux. It first came out for Windows and I think Mac, but there was no Linux version. So now they do have a Linux version, and I've played a little bit and it's just as gorgeous as you'd expect. So for this episode we are going to start a new game, even though I already have a current run going. I just played the first island. I was only going to test it, but I got so into it that I played the entire first island. But we are going to start anew from the beginning. High score mode, which is, the standard mode, is what we are going to be playing. Now this game is so simple, it doesn't actually need a tutorial, though it does have one. So we're just going to do the normal things. You can also use Q and E to rotate the camera, or the right mouse button, whichever feels best for you. You can't tilt it or pan it, but that's not really a problem. Rotating it is more than enough. Now this first time is much more beautiful than the one I started it before. We get one building, it's the statue, and it is the only feature they give us. This bridge is not actually a thing that affects our stuff. The trees, however, do. The trees and the flowers will affect our buildings. So we click the little pulsating plus button and we choose a pack. In my case, I think I'm going to pick the farming pack first. And then we mouse over here and you see the mill has a base score of 8, and the score we need to get so that we can get another bundle is 20. And we need to fill up this ghostly island before we can move on. So for each nearby statue you get +5, for warehouse another +5, and for fields +4. Now this, can it be put on the beach? No. It can be put up there, but I am not feeling it up there. Could put it up here. It is catching the statue, so I'm going to go with that. And that's 13 points, so that's more than enough for what we get. So we now grab the fields. The fields give us +5 for each mill, +5 for each statue, plateau, resort, oasis, and other fields. So basically we want to make sure they catch the mill in their little orb of effect, or a +8, and if we could get another field close by, that would be ideal. In our case, doesn't look like it, so we're going to do our best to put them in. Later on we might get another mill. Now we're going to get the lumber pack, and we get a few more fields, so that's actually pretty nice considering we already have some. Now I want to try and stack them as close to each other as I can, but it kinda looks like the environment is not letting me do it all that well. Sometimes rotating things helps a little, not always, so I'm going to try this. It gives us +5 because it already has a field there. And now this one is only going to be able to grab its neighbor because of this rock here. Well, that's unfortunate. Maybe I should have put the mill here. We can't move things after their place. This is basically a bit of a strategy game. I'm going to put it here and get 5 points. Doesn't really matter much. For now, that is. So sawmill, it gets a bonus for each nearby lumberjack and house. And what is its range? It's quite big. Could I put it somewhere? It's not gonna grab the statue. Now the lumberjacks, they lose 6 points for each other lumberjack in range, but they gain for the sawmills and 1 per each tree. So my idea would be, I kind of want to put another field there, so I'll put it a little bit well, maybe around here-ish. Put one there and another like right smack in here. Well, they're not gonna grab the sawmill, all of them. Anyway, they can grab the statue, so that's 13 points. Okay, that's fine. And the other lumberjack can get 9. So they only count if they're within each other's bubble. So if I keep moving it to the point where the bubbles aren't touching, I get all the points anyway. Alright, so this lumberjack, not lumberjack, this sawmill, that's a 14. If I move it over to this corner, that's an 18. It's not grabbing the statue though. Can't put it over there. I can only put it where there's greenery, I think, if there's enough space for it. I suppose I should put it where it gives us 18 and then just see if I can not destroy that tree. Yes, I can. Alright, so that's our total points, and we get another pack. Going to go with the brewing pack. I don't think a city has much of a place to put itself here. So we get more fields. Can I put it? Oh no, there's a rock in the way. Oh, boop. That's definitely not ideal. These rocks, man. Tiny rocks. We can sort of grab it from there, which means if we could add another one like close by, we can get a 7 from this one. So that's decent. We get another sawmill. I think we can only get 7 for it though. Yeah, it loses a massive amount. If there's another sawmill, gains nothing over there. Yeah, I think 7 is what we're going to get from it. So there we go, 7 more. Now we get the brewery. It wants to be near hop fields, warehouses, and seaweed farms. So in this case I'm going to maybe put the hop fields down first. Can I actually... I can put that one over there and then try and tuck the brewery. Like some rocks disappear, like that big gray one that was there. You can put the brewery here and try to expand the hop fields over there. Now the mill, it wants more fields. Oh, it loses a lot just from being near that one. Ooh, looking 12 there, 28 over here. Oh, that's good. Let's try and keep it there we go. Just outside the influence of the other mill. And we get a bit more score to get ourselves the shaman. I'm going to go with the shaman because they're basically pretty ideal to put them like in the middle of nowhere. So we can get a good 24 over here. Oh, because of these 2 flowers. Yeah, I get it. here, yeah, no, not that great. That's neutral places. Over here it would only be 18. Okay, so let's go with the 24 over here at the very tippy top. There we go. And that means we can not so easily, but we can put another shaman somewhere. So 18 over there. It could fit over there, but there's no point. Yeah, there we go, 18. That one is down to 5. Oh boy. Yeah, no. We can get another 18 here if we position it correctly. Let's try and put it as much on this tiny corner that barely anything else fits in. So there we go, another 18. That's pretty good, but we still have these fields left. Which... Now I don't know if I lose any points from destroying these trees now. I don't know, but I only see positives, so there we go. Oh, and we have the availability to go on to the next island, but not quite yet. No, no, no. We are going to maximize our score because the score rolls over. So you can play an island until you're out of buildings and thus out of score to gain. So here's a seaweed field which has a base score of -1 but gets a bonus for each seaweed farm, plateau, statues or other seaweed field. So we should put the seaweed farm down first. And the seaweed farm has the advantage, I think, that I can put it on land. So let me see here. 4 for each seaweed field, 9 for the seaweed farm. So yeah, we'll put the farm in first. Hope that was a right place to put it. And now the field, if I can make it work. I said go. There we go, 8. Doesn't actually catch the statue, and that's unfortunate, but it did grab, you know, itself. Alright, so more fields over here, I think. Need to be very good with our Tetris. There we go, another 7 there. Speaking of being good with our Tetris, I guess we weren't good enough here. Go there, and 11 for all those fields. Not fitting there. How about here? That's a 7. That was giving us a 9. And I'll take the 9. And take the other 9. That's good. And now we're going to get the water plateau. And we get a whole bunch more of seaweed fields. And that's great for us, I think. Not so much with the farm over there, but at least we can sort of make it neutral and then start grabbing points for them. There we go. So that's another sawmill. I don't know where I'll put it actually. Can I put it here? Yeah, I can. It's only 4, but I mean better than nothing. And then the water plateau, which lets us build on the water, will come over here so that it can be built. Why? What does give? Oh, it likes the trees, huh? Let's see, can we? There we go, a 15. We can build it here. And build the other one. Actually, what does it take? Likes the statue and other water plateaus. Okay, so I'm just going to stack them along each other. There we go. Guess what, that might have been a good place to build the seaweed farm. Maybe we'll get another. And now we're left with the city pack, which I'm not exactly much of a fan of. That's house, mansion, and 2 city centers. They don't like being close to shamans and not really close to industry as well. But I can put it... I put it here? Yeah, I can put one there. Now, they don't like being close to each other, but we can indeed put it close to lumberjacks and stuff. And then the mansions. Yeah, okay. Mansions do like being near statues, but the statue is in a terrible place. I think the islands are procedurally generated. I cannot be sure. So let's put that one over there, and let's try and Tetris the dimensions as best we can, so that we get the most amount of points. Now the houses are a little different. They like being near city centers. Don't gain any bonuses from the thingy, the mansions. Okay, so let's do that. Let's put them here next to each other. Gain bonuses from each other, which that's quite nice. And we did manage to eke out enough score to get another one. I'm going to get the fisher. And we get a fisher thingy. It looks like the city center likes it, but it cannot fit. Oh, it fits in the water, right? Right. I know this. Yeah, sure, let's put it there. Let's grab this seaweed field to go back to our little seaweed place. There we go. And then another house can go in here, I think. Maybe. As you can see, buildings have some variation in their own construction, and that means you might have to get creative with them. But mansions and houses, you can usually Tetris them together like that. And to be honest, I think it's kind of cool. I'm going to... Oh, that would have been perfect. Okay, fine, never mind. Actually, sawmill, statue... Okay. It's going to go here. 15. There we go, and now we have another shaman. Don't think we are going to get many points from it, to be honest. Why? Something there doesn't like being near a shaman. We can get 7 points over here. Yep, good enough. Not good enough to give us another pack. So let's finally move on to the other island. You'll continue on the mysterious new island. There is no way to return to the current island, but you keep your score. So let's go. Now off we go through the clouds to build another island. Whoosh. This, by the way, is the game's loading screen, basically. It's so nice. I love it. Very immersive. Look at this island. This really is a pretty place, I think. Let's start with a lumber pack. I see a lot of trees, so... let's start with the lumberjacks first. Try and get them over 20, 21. So 21. Yeah, I think 21 is the most we're gonna get here. So it was around here somewhere. There is one space for it. There we go. That's 21. Let's see what we can get next. 12, 14. Shouldn't put them too far away from each other because of the sawmill, which, yeah, it does get 7 for each nearby lumberjack, so it might be worthwhile taking a little bit of a hit on one of the lumberjacks. There's a 12 here. There we go. Just so that when I put down a sawmill, I can get them both. There we go. Alright, so what next? I think contains mill and field, brewery and hop field. It's basically the same thing, so I'm going to go with the mill and field. So I think I might put the fields down first. And now here's a lumberjack that might get quite a few as well. Sometimes I get the whole thing wrong. 11. Yeah, sure. 13, 5, 9, 12, 15. Ooh, that's actually one of the largest things we can have. Even though it catches on another one. Is there another tree there that could push it? No, it's not in line, so we are going to go with the hit there, just so that we can get those 15 points. Very good. Now let's find ourselves a nice flat area, and honestly this looks like it. And let's put in our fields. Oof. Okay, so field there, field there. Okay, we're doing good. Not sure if that's going to be good enough. Now let me see if the mill fits there. It does. Good. Perfect. That way we can keep adding fields over here. And then put the mill in the middle for a 24-point bonus. Very nice. Next, let's get the city pack, because the city center does actually like being somewhat near these things. I do want to leave some room for industry, but I also want to have enough room to put things around the city center, so it's going to be here. There it is. It's blue now. Actually, did we? Oh, we do have a statue on this island. It's just way over there. Alright. Let's grab the field here and put it down for a cool 14. And this house, well, they basically gain from each other in the city center, so Let's just add them. We'll put the mansions over to this side. 8, 10. Sometimes moving things just a little bit is finicky. There we go, that's the mansions. Ooh. It feels a little bit too close for comfort. But we do already have the plus pinging, so set the house here. And can we have another one there, or no? Let's leave that for parks and stuff then. Yeah, but we can add another one over there, which is nice. Let's grab our friend the shaman, and it can get a 6. That's a 3, minus 7, 6, 12, 18, 21, 24, 27. Sold to the highest bidder. And there's another mill, which I will first put down another field, if I can. There's a 12 field one. I don't want it to be catching the other mill over there, but 27, 15, 11, 27. Okay. So those 2 mills can do that. Now we have the mansions. I almost scared myself and thought I wasn't recording, but I am. So here we go. More mansions everywhere. For 12, wasn't I getting a 13 with another position though? No, I was getting a 3, 10. 12. 12 is good. And now we go back to the houses. We want them touching the city center as much as we can. Let's get a fisher. Now, we also get a field, another field. Gets a 9. Or an 8. Oh, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna go with the 9. But hopefully closer to where I wanna be. There we go. Now I get 2 fishers. They like city centers, statues, huts, and seaweed fields. Here we go. There's a 13 there. So I'm going to add it. And I think an 11 is the next one I can get because, yeah, there's no other statue, but I'll get that 11. That's fine by me. There we go. Okay, so now more house. That's a 10. And more mansion. Oh, this one is a square one, so might be good to place. Yeah, I'm gonna place it in this corner where very few others will fit. Oh, and I get another square. That's fine. It's going to go over there. Very nice. And there we go. Get a fountain. Fountains gain 7 from city centers, 3 from mansions, and 2 from houses. How many do these gain from fountains? Doesn't seem to be anything. But the mansions gain 3 from fountains. So it's basically the same thing. So I'm going to put in the mansions first. then the houses. That's an 11. Let me see. Can it fit? It would be ideal if it could fit around there somewhere. That's a 36 over there. Okay, so if I can squeeze a house here somewhere, like, yeah, there. And then I have the fountain. I can get a 38. Pretty cool. Look at them points going up. But unfortunately, that is all the time I have for today. If you enjoyed Highlanders, click that like button, it really helps out. And don't forget to subscribe so that you can catch the next episode of Highlanders. But until then, please remember that here, there be dragons.
Thank you so much to my patrons for making this channel possible. Click the Patreon logo to become one of these fine folk. And if you enjoyed the video, here are some more YouTube things you would like. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Have a lovely day, and I'll see you next time.